They use sticks from different woods, stones, human bones, tools, coconuts, and a dead man's skull. Once they have finished preparing the prenda, Jacinto is led to the altar. The songs announce the action they are performing. They are clear and repetitive in order to guide the prenda and so guarantee that the ceremony is successful. Jacinto is subjected to arduous tests. With his eyes blindfolded and without knowing which new trial he'll be forced to undergo, he starts to get upset. No prospective member of the society knows in advance what will happen in the initiation ceremony. They only know that it is hard and that not all of them can endure it till the end. He soon feels faint. His knees are stiff and tremble with excitement. He needs a rest. The uncertainty makes him lose control of his nerves. His fellows encourage him, but they urge him to stand firm, saying, "This is a sacrifice, but you must suffer for the prenda." The officiant scratches him. With a knife, he carves into his skin the identifying marks of the 7 rays, the spirit Sangó for the worshippers of the Regla de Ocha. The candidate is exhausted, but the worst is over. Now he only has to receive blessings. After 5 hours in a blindfold, Jacinto's eyes have to get used to the light again. The officiant instructs him to stick out his tongue, pressing a lighted candle to his mouth while repeating the principles of the religion. It will give him strength, light, agility, and stability. Once the initiation is over, the prenda's mayombe must be fed, so a goat and 2 hens are sacrificed. Their blood will satisfy the appetite of the dead, who will help the newly initiated member to follow the way of Palomonte. Drink from the goat's head. Take it as if it were ours, and allow us to go on living. The Regla de Ocha worshippers also worship Olorum, the sea siren that lives in the depths. They make offerings of fruit and flowers and ask her to accept the actions on which they will wish to embark and to help them overcome hardships. She's a friendly goddess who is always nearby. Brazil was the other place where a large number of slaves arrived during the time of the slave trade. It is estimated that there was a population of almost 9 million black Africans at the end of the 18th century. Here too, syncretic religions and cults such as Candomble, Macumba and Ubanda developed. Whites and blacks both practice these religions, which have developed at the same time as members of the highest social classes became followers. Ubanda is based on the worship of the Agun, beings with great spiritual light, strength and wisdom. Their objective is to attract these beneficial spirits so as to do good. Here, drums and rhythm play a fundamental role. Each spirit has its own beat and its own cadence. Their altars are dedicated to the same deities as in Voodoo and Regla de Ocha, Exu, Ogun the warrior, Lemanya the siren, Obatala the creator, Sango, and the rest of the African pantheon. The Pai de Santo, the Umbanda priest, draws the symbol of Exu on the ground. This is the Lord of the Ways, the ancestral Pai, the intermediary between men and spirits. He is compared with Saint Peter in syncretism. This is a joker or a spirit that drinks and smokes a lot, but who is beneficial and loves children. Here the dark world of black magic exists too. Vodun fetishes from Dahomey which may exercise a sinister influence in a secret place. There are enormous Umbanda temples like this one in Rio de Janeiro with hundreds of thousands of worshippers. Some of them have sports fields and other activities and perform an important social function with orphanages, shelters and aid for poor districts. This is the evolution of a religion as old as man himself, which over time has been cleansed and become more sophisticated, but which maintains its purest spiritual concepts. Periodically, the followers meet and perform sessions where our now familiar African deities descend to transmit their messages. The trances are not as sharp as in other religions, but they all encounter their friendly saint. Everything started one night in Africa when a black man sacrificed a hen and he offered it to the spirits that he saw in the stars, gods that traveled as slaves and help their faithful followers to gain their freedom. Perhaps everything that we have seen is not real. Perhaps spirits do not exist and do not live so closely alongside the living. In the West, it is hard for us to believe in these religions, but bearing in mind that millions of human beings can feel these forces and are able to interpret them, it is worth our while to ask ourselves the question and allow ourselves to doubt.